10 biggest ways people waste money and don't realize it. If you're like many people, you're burning through cash like crazy. Overspending is never advisable, but this can be especially problematic if your money habits are either getting you into debt or making it hard for you to get out of debt. You might feel discouraged when looking at your month-end bank balance, but a few simple changes can make a world of difference. 1. Paying for insurance you don't need. This is one that often goes overlooked because many often think the more insurance, the better. But certain forms of insurance are just not necessary for most people and can lead you to spend unnecessarily. Children's life insurance, as children don't usually have assets to protect. Most child life insurance policies have a savings component called cash value that can be used to pay for college or a down payment on a new home. But the fees outweigh the rate of return and a parent should invest your money elsewhere. More importantly, open a 529 savings account or make sure you have an emergency fund to cover your child's costs. Rental car insurance. If your typical car insurance has coverage that extends to a rental car. Collision insurance. If your car is older and not worth much. Depending on your deductible and damage, it might not make sense to have collision coverage on your insurance policy. Travel insurance. If you book your travel on a credit card that already provides travel insurance. Note that most travel credit cards cover trip cancellation and lost luggage. 2. Refinancing your home too often. With interest rates slashed to near 0%, now is certainly a good time to refinance your mortgage for a lower rate. A better interest rate on your mortgage can save you money in the long run. But avoid doing it too often, as it can come with a lot of loan fees that may negate any savings you get with a lower interest rate. If you have good credit, can afford your monthly payments, and have equity in your home, refinancing makes sense. Just remember to factor in the costs that are associated with the refinancing, then see how long it would take to make up for the cost of the fees. It could take 3 to 5 years to break even, so it definitely wouldn't make sense to refinance again before that point. If you're planning on moving before you would break even, that would likely not be worth it either. 3. Making minimum credit card payments when you can afford more. If you can afford to make larger payments toward your credit card bills, or even pay your balances off in full, you should. By making only the minimum payments and carrying a balance month to month, you end up paying a high rate of interest. And your credit card balances quickly balloon. High interest debt quickly compounds and can get out of control. If you have other debt in addition to credit card debt, prioritize the one with the highest interest rates. If the interest rate is in the double digits, it might be a good idea to pay more than the minimum to eliminate overall debt more quickly. For those who can't afford to pay more than the minimum, make sure you're at least paying what you can on time when the bill is due. 4. Giving too much power to emotional spending. Emotional spending happens on occasion, especially during times when we are seeking comfort. But making a habit of it, whether it's positive or negative emotions or both, can be disastrous to your financial situation. Of course, there are going to be times when you want to treat yourself and buy something new. That's human nature. But emotions change all the time, and you shouldn't hand over the wheel or let them pull you in too many directions. That's a surefire way to drain your resources. If emotional spending puts you into debt or throws your budget off, that's not okay. Instead of yielding to every emotional impulse, try to spend on small things or something specific that you've budgeted for ahead of time so you don't dig yourself into a hole. Always check the return policy, especially if you love to shop for final sales. To help reduce the temptation to spend, remove shopping apps from your phone and unsubscribe from retailer emails. Before you make a purchase, try writing it down first, along with the price. Wait 48 hours before you buy it, or any item in your shopping cart, so you can make sure it's within your budget and makes sense for your lifestyle. 5. Paying for unused memberships and subscriptions. Free trials for a new fitness app, streaming service, or subscription box can be a good way to check out a new product or service without having to fully commit up front. But just as easy to sign up for, a free trial is also easy to forget, especially if you use the new service only for the first few months. As many Americans adjust to work-from-home lifestyles, now is an opportune time to reevaluate your lifestyle and spending habits. Prioritize the subscriptions or memberships you use regularly, putting them into categories, such as fitness, entertainment, news, dating apps, lifestyle boxes, etc. Evaluate whether you're utilizing the subscriptions you're paying for in a way that makes them worth the money. Even subscriptions or memberships you're aware of might not be worth the money. And if you do sign up for a free membership or subscription trial, Set a reminder on your phone to cancel before the intro period is up. 6. Paying for convenience. Planning can help you save money on all kinds of things. For example, you'll pay a lot more for snacks you buy at the gas station than you will if you just bring treats from home. Here are some ways you can better plan so you don't end up paying for the convenience factor while traveling, whether over the holiday season or in general. Pay checked bag fees on budget airlines, such as Frontier or Spirit, in advance. Paying to check bags after booking the flight can be significantly more expensive. Book any service or travel plans directly through the provider, rather than through a third party. Third parties may allow you to compare rates easily but may charge other fees during the booking process. Sign up for an expensive meal kit instead of just buying groceries. 7. Keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses, or living beyond your means as a way to gain status, is an incredibly common way people waste money. It's easy to feel pressured to buy certain things because others around you have them, while it's hard to avoid comparing your life to others in a world abundant with social media. Try to be true to yourself, your lifestyle, and your budget. No two financial goals are the same because the road to reaching that goal is likely very different. Everyone comes from different paths. But what it takes your neighbor to reach a certain financial milestone is likely different from what it takes you, and vice versa. Keeping your sights set on your own personal goals, needs, and priorities is a much better way to save money, and maybe even lead a happier life. 8. Confused shopping. Walking into the supermarket without a list of what you need means you'll likely buy a lot of items you can do without. This approach to grocery shopping can get expensive fast, so he suggested getting organized before making a trip to the store. Many of us go to the store and forget if we have any baking powder or laundry detergent. Take a quick inventory of your home before you head out. 9. Buying pre-prepped food. When you're in a hurry, tired, or just don't feel like cooking, buying pre-prepped food from the grocery store can seem like a reasonable alternative to takeout. When we buy ingredients already prepped for us, we are spending 2 to 4 times as much as if we just took the extra couple of minutes to do it ourselves. 10. Buying too much food. If you often find yourself throwing out uneaten food, then you have a key opportunity to save money. I know I could be better about it. Just before I sat down to write this article, I threw away a moldy peach that had been sitting in my fridge for weeks. Throwing away uneaten food is an environmental issue, but it's also a serious waste of money. You're throwing cash in the trash. Fortunately, it's a fairly simple problem to fix. I've found these solutions to work well. Don't waste your limited money. I hope this video has revealed some ways you're wasting money without realizing it. Don't take the ideas too far and become a miser. Hoarding your money isn't healthy either. But if you do realize you're wasting money, you now know to live a more frugal life. Remember to share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.